There the matter had rested. But all the while, unsuspected by Bertram, the shadow of Steeple Bumpleigh was creeping nearer and nearer, and came a day when it tore off its whiskers and pounced. Oddly enough, the morning on which this major disaster occurred was one that found me completely, even exuberantly, in the pink. No inkling of the soup into which I was to be plunged came to mar my perfect bien-être. I had slept well, shaved well, and shower-bathed well, and it was with a merry cry that I greeted Jeeves as he brought in the coffee and kippers. "Odds bodikins, Jeeves," I said, "I am in rare fettle this a.m. Talk about exulting in my youth. I feel up and doing, with a heart for any fate, as Tennyson says." "Longfellow, sir. Or, if you prefer it, Longfellow. I am in no mood to split hairs. Well, what's the news?" "Miss Hopwood called while you were still asleep, sir." "No, really? I wish I'd seen her." "The young lady was desirous of entering your room and rousing you with a wet sponge, but I dissuaded her. I considered it best that your repose should not be disturbed." I applauded this watchdog spirit, showing as it did both the kindly heart and the feudal outlook, but continued to tut-tut a bit at having missed the young pipsqueak, with whom my relations had always been of the matiest. This Zenobia, Nobby Hopwood, was old Worplesdon's ward, as I believe it's called. A pal of his, just before he stopped ticking over some years previously, had left him in charge of his daughter. I don't know how these things are arranged. No doubt documents have to be drawn up and dotted lines signed on, but whatever the procedure, the upshot was as I have stated. When all the smoke had cleared away, my Uncle Percy was Nobby's guardian. "Young Nobby, eh? When did she blow into the great city?" I asked. For, on becoming Uncle Percy's ward, she had, of course, joined the strength at his Steeple Bumpleigh lair, and it was only rarely nowadays that she came to London. "Last night, sir." "Making a long stay?" "Only till tomorrow, sir." "Hardly worthwhile sweating up just for a day, I should have thought." "I understand that she came because her ladyship desired her company, sir." I quailed a bit. "You don't mean Aunt Agatha's in London?" "Merely passing through, sir," replied the honest fellow, calming my apprehensions. "Her ladyship is on her way to minister to Master Thomas, who has contracted mumps at his school." His allusion was to the old relative's son by her first marriage, one of our vilest citizens. Many good judges rank him even higher in England's rogue gallery than her stepson Edwin. I was rejoiced to learn that he had got mumps, and toyed for a moment with a hope that Aunt Agatha would catch them from him. And what had Nobby to say for herself? "She was regretting that she saw so little of you nowadays, sir." "Quite mutual, the agony, Jeeves. There are few better eggs than this Hopwood." "She expressed a hope that you might shortly see your way to visiting Steeple Bumpleigh." I shook the head. "Out of the queue, Jeeves." "The young lady tells me the fish are biting well there just now." "No, Jeeves, I'm sorry. Not even if they bite like serpents do I go near Steeple Bumpleigh." "Very good, sir." He spoke sombrely, and I endeavoured to ease the strain by asking for another cup of coffee. "Was Nobby alone?" "No, sir. There was a gentleman with her, who spoke as if he were acquainted with you. Miss Hopwood addressed him as Stilton." "Big chap?" "Noticeably well-developed, sir." "With a head like a pumpkin?" "Yes, sir. There was a certain resemblance to the vegetable." "It must have been a companion of my earlier years named G. Darcy Cheesewright. In our whimsical way, we used to call him Stilton. I haven't seen him for ages. He lives in the country somewhere, and to hobnob with Bertie Wooster, it is imperative that you stick around the metropolis. Odd, him knowing Nobby." "I gathered from the young lady's remarks that Mr. Cheesewright is also a resident of Steeple Bumpleigh, sir." "Really? It's a small world, Jeeves." "Yes, sir." "I don't know when I've seen a smaller," I said, and would have gone more deeply into the subject, but at this juncture the telephone tinkled out a summons, and he shimmered off to answer it. Through the door, which he had chanced to leave ajar, the ear detected a good deal of "yes, my lording," and "very good, my lording," seeming to indicate that he had hooked one of the old nobility. "Who was it?" I asked, as he filtered in again. "Lord Warp."